pause 1 second just to go into there. Saturday Night Slam Masters. This is pretty much what you think it is. It's Street Fighter 2 in a wrestling ring. And it is awesome. Incidentally, by the way, when I was researching some of the moves for some of the characters I was going to use, I actually found out some things about a couple of the other characters. I'll explain the gunlock thing in a moment. The guy ripping his shirt off on the intro there was, in addition to being a Hulk Hogan ripoff, his name is Victor Ortega. He is actually the owner of the CWA, Capcom Wrestling Association. There is a sequel to this that came out only in Europe. I believe it was called Riot in the Ring or something like that. But he is the final boss of that. He was the champion, but he was in retirement because nobody could beat him. And the whole reason this carnival, Ring of Destruction, that's it, thank you, Lon. And the whole reason this carnival around the world is happening is because the last boss, Scorpion, challenged him to come out of retirement because he wanted his title. Beep-a-dip-beep. I'm going to bring the difficulty down a little bit. Time limit. I don't like a time limit. I like to have a solid win to things. And you see very simple controls. One button for attack, one button for jump, one button for pin. Yeah, enough of seeing your crotch. And you can do a single match or team battle royal, which is basically tag teams. I'm just going to stick with single. And I'm going to go with, there's some of the guys there, but I'm going to go with my favorite, Alexander the Greater, who is a, I'm going to beat you like a hog. In the arcade, he says, I'm going to slaughter you like a hog. So as you see, Big Van Greater, as my friends and I used to refer to him. Well said, kitten. I'm putting on turbo to make that a little easier. And he is really kicking my ass here. Argentinian backbreaker there. You can get different submission holds and different regular holds depending on how you're positioning here. Yeah, you go ahead and wait out there. Yeah, I don't quite understand the sheep thing either, but I got all this off a game fact that sort of went into some detail. Oh, Rasta, by the way, in Japan is called Missing IQ Gomez. Like knowledge that was lost, but Missing IQ. The ref, by the way, also has a name. His name is Harry Hicks. Not exactly Misfit Kitten. The actual wrestler, Big Van Vader, was very big in Japan. He was actually one of the most successful gaijin they'd ever had. And Alexander the Great was modeled after him. So they were going after basically modeling these after real wrestlers. So this is definitely Big Van Vader. And I think what they were going for with Oni here was Great Muta, I would say, probably is the closest analog. Well, yes, that's true. And the kick out DDT there. Greater has a, everybody has kind of a finishing move in addition to their special move. Greater's is kind of hard to pull off, but I'm going to try. He basically throws them up in the air. F5 style, like Brock Lesnar would do. Oh, hell with it. You win. He has another victory pose where he rips all the feathers off of his shoulder adornments there, and then just kind of kneels down as they drift down around him. Biff Slumkovich. He was actually trained by Mike Hagar, interestingly enough. So was Gunlock, which we'll see eventually. Oh, you bastard. Just kick me out of midair, why don't you? I do seem to love that kick out DDT there. Oh my god, I didn't know you could do that. Shit, this is going to be a problem. Yeah, I think in the arcade they actually called it, that was a $5 lunch. I don't even want to know what he means by that. I think in the arcade they actually called a count-out a disqualification, even though it's not the same thing. Tetsuo Hara, artist of Fist of the North Star manga. Whoa. That's quite the pedigree. It's not always easy to get the move you want, especially if you're doing turbo. Matter of fact. Okay, you know what? Screw it, I need turbo. Good God, Biff. What am I, Marty McFly here? Okay, that's it. Just run into my fist. Screw you. Oh, come on. You were dizzy. You were dizzy, you asshole. Quit no-selling my shit. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get the tornado toss off. So we're going to go to one of my other guys here, Mike Hagar. I don't think he needs an introduction. Versus Gunlock, okay. That is the guy rumored to be related to a famous Street Fighter, as they said, but Capcom kind of went back on that and said, no, it's not Guile. He's not related at all. But the interesting thing is, in the Street Fighter movie, there was a character named Blade who was working undercover in Shadowloo. Who was rumored to be Guile's brother. And he looked a lot like Gunlock, if I remember correctly. At least that's what I've been told. I love that. If I remember correctly, at least that's what I've been told. Wow, don't I sound sincere. So, yeah, Capcom basically put that seed in and then immediately walked back on it. That was a mistake. I should have worn him down a little more first. That's the one problem with using Turbo Fire. It sometimes makes getting the spinning clothesline off a little tougher. Oh, for God's sakes. Wow. I am just doing terribly at this. In the arcade, he says, my old lady is tougher than you. Something here. Blech. A collapse in the locker room. Yes, clearly I need to go a little bit lower here. Oh yeah, that happens sometimes with Capcom USA versus Capcom Japan. Oh, Scorpion Jumbo. These two are the last two bosses in the singles game. So, some interesting things about Jumbo there. First off, it looks like the entire cast of a chorus line basically merged into one being. In Japan, he is billed as being from Hoseville, Canada. Though I think he's from somewhere in the Chicago, I want to say, in this, in the US one. And when he loses in the two-player mode, his loss quote is "Gasp cheeseburger." Oh, Scorpion, you bastard. That's what I get for trying to get over here. Yeah, this is a problem because you gotta protect your partner in these things. Unless, of course, that's happening to you. Oh, come on. How did he get me out of that? I keep having problems trying to do the double tap run, too. Uh-oh. As we said in the arcade once, protection! My ally failed me. Arg, my back. Ouch, my kidney. Ouch, my other kidney. Ouch, my third kidney. I do like team in quotation marks there. Yeah, WWE could take a hint from that. Just because you're a small guy doesn't mean you can't rule the roost. Yeah, you never know when someone's going to watch you make kidney pie. Fight! I do remember something interesting, too. In one of the guides for Street Fighter, when they talked about Zangief, or as he's supposed to be pronounced Zangief, according to Super Street Fighter 2, so that's what I go by. It did say he copied rival Mike Hagar's spinning closing, and so Hagar actually is the originator of it. Or, I don't know if that's canon or not, but at least as far as they say. But then again, they is GamePro, not Capcom, so they is GamePro. Good God. Oh, good. Dunlop kept him distracted long enough. And I didn't remember that this was elimination. Celebratory spin. You win. Oh, in the arcade, that's Jessica, by the way, if you aren't aware of Final Fight lore. That's his daughter that was kidnapped by the Mad Gear gang. In the arcade, she does actually say, "Daddy," as she runs in. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, it was a different type of pile driver than what he was using. Mexico. Hagar's nickname, by the way, is the Uncivil Servant. Oh, and a fun thing about El Stingray, in singles, his opening match taunt is, "Let's make this fast, I have a date with your sister." And in the arcade, the response is, I hope your sister is in better shape than you. Back at you. I don't think Rey Mysterio was big in the US at this time. I think they were going for just Luchador in general when they were creating El Stingray. But it works. And I'm pretty sure that Titanic Tim, Titan's full name is actually Titanic Tim, and he is from London, I believe. But I'm pretty sure the inspiration for him was El Gigante, except with actual talent. I know Un will back me up on this. From what I understand, El Gigante was a pretty nice guy, and he had a lot of size to him, but good God, he was a sight to behold in the ring for the wrong reasons. Especially because he originally wasn't supposed to be a wrestler. He was hired to be a basketball player. But then he blew out his knees, so TBS was like, hey, let's put him in WCW. Get off me. Him. Get off him. Ooh, that was interesting. Let go of me. Help. Help me. Help me. Help me. Yeah, if you get eliminated, the whole thing ends immediately. So you're so important that the whole thing just stops. Okay, I'm going to try just one more time to see if I can actually manage to see someone we haven't seen yet. No, actually, we've pretty seen anything, everyone, so anything? We've seen anything. Anything has been seen tonight. Mexico. And by God, we loved it. I'm just going to try to see if I can get a spinning pile driver off. That remains one of the moves that eludes me in Street Fighter. I've never been able to get that off successfully. But in this environment, it might be different, so who knows? That wasn't it. That was the wrong guy doing the similar kind of thing. I'm trying to attack my own guy. I forget that Grader's my partner now. Yeah, luckily a pin is almost never going to stick unless somebody is completely down on energy, like all the way down. Give me a little bit of a break on this, please. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, we're both dead. Well, that went fabulously. We're not that lucky. We lost 2. Okay. Well, I think that's enough of that. That didn't go nearly as well as I was hoping it was going to. I don't know. I don't tend to use characters that do the spinning pile driver anyway. The only exception is Dimitri in Darkstalkers. But, so yeah, not that much of a loss.